Here we are once again. Thank you for joining me as we continue on in this teaching series, Kingdom Basics. This is part 3. And before I move on, I want to say if you have any questions about anything that I've covered today or in previous sessions, then just type it in the chat. And I'll address it. Type in the comment section under the video, and then I'll address the questions because I want you to have an understanding. I'm not being effective if you're not understanding or I'm, talking over your head. So any questions you have regarding today's session or previous sessions, just type in the comments. We briefly talked on obedience last time. And today I want to continue on shortly in that, and then we'll move over to another quick topic on purpose. But obedience, I tried to stress how important obedience is in the kingdom. And I have 3 quick examples that I want to go over. And you've probably heard all the stories before or read them, but just pay attention to the king's actions. The king's actions in these stories, okay? And the first one is Daniel. Daniel in the lion's den, right? So we've all heard the story. But what happened? Why did Daniel get thrown in the lion's den? Because the king said for 30 days, you can't pray to any other God. So that became law. So someone heard Daniel praying, took him to the king, threw him in the lion's den because he disobeyed. See, when the king says something, it has to be adhered to. It has to be obeyed. Because the act of disobedience might result in death. It might result in death. We have disobedience. We have, let me say it this way. When you're not following the laws in the kingdom, it's considered rebellion. Okay? It's considered rebellion. A more common word that we use is sin. Rebellion and sin on the same spectrum. They're the same thing. You're going against the laws that the king has established. On the opposite end of sin and rebellion, you have righteousness. You're in right standing with the laws that the Lord has set forth, or the king has set forth. King is Lord because the king owns everything. Lord means owner. We have landlords, so it's okay. So, all right, you with me? Obedience. You have John the Baptist. John the Baptist was beheaded. Why was John the Baptist beheaded? Because he told this girl, if you dance for me, I'll give you whatever you want, up to half of my kingdom. So she danced and she said, I want John's head. He's like, no, I don't want to do that. But then his wife said, but my king, you gave your word. My king, you gave your word. Because what you say holds weight. You're the king. So once you put it out there, it has to be adhered to. So he didn't want to kill John, but because he said you can have whatever you want, he had to honor his word. Third example. And in your own time, go back and read these. Go back and read Daniel. Go back and read about John. This is Esther. The king said, on this day, these people can be killed. Come to find out, Esther was included in those people. Now, he didn't go in and just simply undo what he had said because he had already put it out there. He couldn't say, well, I changed my mind. That's not going to happen on that day. But what he did do, he made another law. He said, on that day that I said these people can be killed, now these people can defend themselves. These people can defend themselves. I'm just showing you, once a king says something, once the law goes into place, it's pretty hard to undo it. So if the king says curfew is at 10 p.m., and we say, well, the king's not here, so I think we should change curfew. Let's come together, let's have a vote, and see if we can change curfew. Yeah, let's change curfew to 11 p.m., even though the king said it's 10. We all voted, we're the majority. Let's just change it to 11. Now, based on what I've shown you already, how's that going to go? Obedience. Righteousness. They're on the same side. They're opposite of sin and rebellion. Purpose. Purpose, purpose, purpose. I love purpose. Purpose is the reason for which something is created or exists. The reason for which something is created or exists. I have a couple of scriptures for you. First, I want to go Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2 and 10. For we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Christ Jesus, so we can do the good things He planned for us long ago. That's purpose. That's purpose. Doing the good things He planned for us long ago. Let's go to Colossians. Colossians 1 and 16. Colossians 1 and 16. I'm going to start at 15, actually. Christ is the visible image of the invisible God. He existed before anything was created and is supreme over all creation. For through Him, God created everything in the heavenly realms and on earth. He made the things we can see and the things we can't see, such as thrones, kingdoms, rulers, and authorities in the unseen world. Everything was created through Him and for Him. Purpose. You look around the room. Look around the room that you're in. Everything you look at has purpose. Everything. I'm sitting at a table. This table has a purpose. This light, purpose. Floor, okay, it has purpose. Everything you look at. And I look at us. We're the most magnificent thing on the earth. The most complicated thing on the earth. We might look alike. But no one has your fingerprint that we know. No one has your specific DNA that we know. That seems like the actions of a conscious being to me. We have unique identifiers. So God created us with purpose. You're built for something. You're here in 2023 because God has something He wants done, and He wants to use you to do it. He wants to use you to do it. And I will bet you're already equipped for it. You might have to prepare, but you're already equipped because it's in you. You were created for a purpose. You have to go to the Creator and find out what that is. Lord, why did you make me? Why am I here? What do you have for me? See, we use religion to give our lives meaning and purpose. We use religion to give our lives meaning and purpose. But let's go to the Creator and see why He created us. What do you have for me to do, Lord? Because I know it's more than just what I see. It got to be more than what I've experienced? Am I fulfilled? Why did you make me? Why am I here? Purpose. We had obedience, then we have purpose. Go to God and ask Him. He'll show you if you truly want to know your reason for being here. As always, until next time, be well.